Level 1, the idea that won't let you sleep. You are lying in bed staring at the ceiling. It's 2:13 a.m. Your room is quiet, but your mind is. Because something just happened. You didn't scroll into this idea. You didn't copy it from someone else. It hit you. Hard. The kind of idea that makes your chest feel tight. Like you're standing at the edge of something massive. You sit up. Grab your laptop. Open notes. You start typing fast, afraid the idea might disappear if you slow down. This solves a real problem. No one is doing it this way. This could actually work. And then your imagination runs wild. You see millions of users. You see headlines. You see interviews. You see your bank account changing forever. For a moment, you feel unstoppable. But then a quieter thought creeps in. If this is such a great idea, why hasn't anyone done it yet? That question lingers. But instead of stopping, you lean in deeper. Because something inside you whispers, this is your moment. So you make a decision. Not out loud. Not dramatically. Just a quiet internal shift. You are going to build this. No matter what. But what happens when excitement meets reality? Level 2, building in silence while no one believes. You don't quit your job. Not yet. Because bills don't care about dreams. So your life splits into two versions of you. Daytime you. Responsible. Predictable. Doing what's expected. Nighttime you. Obsessed. Focused. Building something no one else can see. You start learning things you never planned to learn. You watch tutorials at 1.5x speed. Pause, rewind, try again. You Google things like, how to build an app from scratch? What is MVP? How do startups raise money? At first, everything feels confusing. Like you've stepped into a world with its own language. But slowly, patterns start forming. You build your first version. It's ugly. Slow. Broken in places. But it's real. You show it to someone. They nod politely. Cool idea. And that's it. No excitement. No energy. Just indifference. That hits harder than criticism. Because now you're alone with your belief. And belief is heavy when no one else carries it with you. Weeks pass. Your savings start shrinking. Your sleep gets worse. Your doubts get louder. But there's one thing you can't ignore. You've already come too far to pretend this doesn't matter. But here's what you don't realize yet. Building isn't the real challenge. Level 3, the hidden game you never knew you entered. At some point, you hear a sentence that changes everything. Are you raising? Raising what? Money. That's when you discover. Startups don't just grow. They are funded into existence. You start researching. Seed rounds. Angel investors. Venture capital. And suddenly, your idea isn't just an idea anymore. It's an asset. Something that can be priced. Measured. Negotiated. That realization is both exciting and terrifying. Because now you're not just building something useful. You're building something that has to look valuable. Even before it fully is. You notice something strange. Some startups raise millions. Without a finished product. Others struggle. Even with something great. So what's the difference? It's not just the idea. It's how the story is told. The way the future is painted. The confidence behind the uncertainty. You start to understand. This is a game of perception. And you've been playing it without knowing the rules. So how do you play a game you were never taught? Level 4, the first pitch that changes you. You finally get a meeting. Not a big investor. Not famous. But it's real. And that makes it terrifying. You prepare for hours. Rewrite your pitch. Practice your words. Memorize your story. You walk into the room. Smile. Handshake. Sit down. Your voice starts steady. Then slightly shakes. You begin. You are looking at a problem that affects millions. Slide by slide, you explain everything. Your solution, your vision, your market. You try to sound confident. But inside, your thoughts are racing. Am I talking too fast? Do they see what I see? Is this enough? Then it happens. They interrupt you. What's your traction? You pause. Because that word carries weight. You answer honestly. And just like that, the energy in the room shifts. Less excitement. More skepticism. The meeting ends politely. Let's stay in touch. You walk out. And for the first time, you feel it clearly. This is harder than you imagined. And rejection is about to become very familiar. Level 5, rejection, doubt, and the breaking point. The emails start coming in. Not a fit right now. Too early for us. Come back with more traction. At first, you stay positive. It's part of the process. But repetition changes things. Each no feels heavier. More personal. You start questioning everything. Maybe the idea isn't that good. Maybe you're not the right person to build it. You compare yourself to other founders. They look confident, successful, certain. You feel none of that. One night, you sit in front of your laptop, staring at your product, and a thought appears. I could just stop. No more stress. No more uncertainty. Just normal life again. That option feels comforting. Too comforting. Because deep down, you know something. If you quit now, you'll always wonder what could have happened. So instead of stopping, you make a different choice. You adapt. Because the founders who win don't avoid rejection, they evolve because of it. Level 6, learning to sell the future. You stop pitching your product and start pitching your vision. Instead of saying, "Here, S what it does," you say, "Here, S what the world looks like if this exists." And something shifts. People start listening longer, leaning in, asking questions. You realize something powerful. Investors are not buying what you built. They're buying what you could become. So you refine everything. Your story becomes sharper. Your confidence becomes stronger. Even when you're unsure, you learn to communicate certainty. And then, it happens again. Another meeting. Another pitch. But this time, the reaction is different. Because now you're no longer just a builder, you're a believer. Level 7, the deal that tests everything. An investor says, "We're interested." Time slows down. You try to stay calm. But inside, everything is racing. They make an offer. Funding. Real funding. Enough to change your situation completely. But then comes the detail that matters most. Equity. Ownership. Control. You realize, this isn't free money. It's a trade. Piece of your company. For a chance to grow faster. You sit with the decision. Because this moment defines your future. Take the deal. And accelerate. Or walk away. And struggle longer. There's no perfect answer. Only consequences. And this is where you truly become a founder. Level 8, the truth about raising millions. Here's the truth. Raising millions doesn't mean you've made it. It means the game just got bigger. More pressure. More expectations. More risk. Because now, it's not just your dream anymore. Other people are involved. Other people believe in you. And that belief comes with responsibility. You think back to that night. 2:13 a.m. The idea. The excitement. You were chasing something simple back then. Now you understand something deeper. This journey was never just about money. It was about transformation. You are no longer the same person. You think differently. Decide differently. See the world differently. And the biggest realization. The founders who succeed are not the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who stay in the game long enough to become the person the journey requires. So now the question is, what will you do next? Because this story doesn't end here. If you want to understand how startups go from unknown to unstoppable, then the next story will show you exactly how it happens. And once you see it, you won't look at success the same way again.